Welcome back, everyone. This is Erik Malkavian, and I am here in the Forgotten Realms, in the city in a keep. Got the location. I heard someone talking at the beginning, so I thought I would remain silent. I've just had my talking with Alias, and my companions are Kaidala and Jaboli. Jaboli is a Rakshasa, and Kaidala is a nymph, who is a druid by profession now. I have inventory items that I want to distribute. Having to get used to
Did you call? Is there something I can do for you, friend?
Let's see here. No, not at the moment. Actually, stop and talk in a moment. How is everything with you? One of the birds here keeps telling me I look pretty. I'm glad animals do not have the same outlook on life as we do. Do you want anything else? No, thank you. Is there anything else you would like to ask of me? No, that's all. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Right. Yeah, you guys should be following me. Okay, so I want to look at their inventory. More actions. Inventory, here we are. Now, here we go. Yes. They currently have nothing on. The clothes that they had at Bolt of Lightning. Okay, so Kaidala, I believe, can use this club. Go get some armor for them. I don't know if she can use the short sword. No, she cannot. Okay, so let's give her that club. Shred the clothes, get rid of those. Okay.
You asked the impossible. Think again.
Yes, I do. Okay, so she has her boots. Don't know if she can use this. No, she's a magic user as well. But she can use that. I know that. Okay, now she can also use this. So, probably going to give her the Bolt of Lightning. Okay. Alright, so they're equipped for now. Okay. Now, we are going to go see... Actually, let's level up. Level up as a bard. Now, I want to increase my persuade skill. Absolutely. So I have 3 points remaining. Want to increase my appraisal skill. And I do want to be able to open locks. Actually, you know what? Before I have disabled trap. Okay, yes. Let's work on opening locks. Okay, excellent. Armor proficiency, no. Brute potion, no. Cold shot. See what Thug is. 2 blow spawn, 2 persuade checks. Ooh. Wow, that's useful. That would be useful. +2 on persuade. Weapon focus. Let's see here. Proficiency with chosen weapon type. Required for weapon specialization. Fighter only. Choose this, then I get +1. Might be an idea. Weapon finesse, base damage, using light weapons subtly and effectively, allowing him to make melee attack rolls with his dexterity modifier instead of his strength, if his dexterity is higher than his strength. That's an idea. I think for now I'm going to go with the bonus persuasion. Am I? Actually, weapon proficiency with this will allow me to use swords. So we're going to do that because I want to... Hold a second. Let's go back. Before I can do that, okay, what I have in mind is two-handed sword fighting. Two-handed fighting. Okay. Required for improved two-weapon fighting. A character with this feat reduces the penalty suffered when fighting with two weapons. The normal penalty is -6 to primary hand, -10 offhand becomes -4, -8. The ambidextrous feat further reduces the attack penalty for the second weapon by 4. Alright, so we're a light, both primary and off weapon. Ranger's feet is okay. Alright, before we do that, should I select that first or what? Character knows brutal and effective fighting tactics. By sacrificing all other attacks during the round, character can elect to perform a dirty fighting move that will deal an extra One die, 4 points of damage. I might be used to that. Okay. So we're going to go with dirty fighting, because this is what Evilar knows now. He knows dirty fighting. Definitely knows that. Okay, cure my wounds. And he's familiar with putting people to sleep. Okay, there we go.
Already you have started back up the road to success. As you grow in power, so too do I.
Your weapon sounds a triumphant, if slightly off-key fanfare in your mind.
As this is the first time you have increased in power, I shall draw upon your energies to increase my effectiveness as a fighting weapon. After this, I shall allow you to choose effects that you would like to add to me.
Ooh. Great. Let's see what he did. Okay. Examine. Got 4 piercing. Wow. +2 attack bonus. Enhancement bonus. Resurrection. 3 charges? Okay, let's carry on.
Oh my! Look at that tree! How absolutely amazing! For this alone, it is worth saving the keep.
Yes. Start. Beckett Manor. We want to... Okay. She told me to go see the Trad. Actually, can we rest here? I don't know if we can rest here or not. Yeah, I think so. Okay, what is this building? I have a map.
Yes, I saw him just the other day, rather down on his luck. Yes, quite unfortunate.
The temple, keep, Silver-Tongue Manor, Haunted Manor, the Silver Lily, and the South Keep, and the Prison Tower, and the Magus Tower. Let's go. Okay, well, let's get some rest. The Silver Lily is over here. Silver-Tongue Mansion. Mansion. Let's go in here. Yes. just what I was hoping. An inn. Okay, let's see this thing. Normal person, old man, nobleman, noblewoman. Let's see.
That is a man anticipating trouble. I wonder what his story is.
What's referring to? Maybe him. The innkeeper of the Silver Lady walks around the room with a smooth gait, nervously twitching whenever there is a sudden or strange noise. Greetings, Evilar. I am honored that you have chosen to visit the Silver Lily. I am Garrett Fisk, the proprietor. How might I be of service? I've got some questions to ask you. Questions? I'm not big on answering questions, but since you are a customer, I will try my best. What do you want to know? Why are you so nervous? Force of habit, I fear. It is no great secret. I was once an assassin, but I grew sick of my occupation, so I quit. Unfortunately, the people I worked for decided I wasn't allowed to quit. When I ran away, he sent hunters after me. It's been a few years since one showed up, but I expect there will be more. These people never quit. I thought that traveling all the way north to the borderlands and throwing away my poison blade would free me from them, but even here they have followed. What do you think of the election? I tried to avoid politics. It would be interesting to see what you would do if you won. I do not appreciate either extreme attitude of your competition, but I would not involve myself in such things. Got some questions about the keep. What kind of information are you looking for? Where can I find equipment? I would recommend you speak to Yena. She has interesting items. Besides, I think she is interesting to speak to. What do you know about the Masked Man's forces? Anytime a large group of monsters band together, you need to start wondering what kind of creature that Masked Man must be to be both powerful enough and smart enough to organize them and keep discipline. Where can I find employment? You should speak to Leviosa. I think she might have been looking for someone to do a small job for her. Okay, let's talk about something else. So just head around the room, watching the door carefully. Did you have any other questions? That's all my questions. Is there anything else I can do for you before I get back to work then? I'm looking for a room. We only have a few rooms left, and they are nice ones. Cost 30 gold per week, and I'll take the first 30 right up front. Do I have any gold? With all the landowners forced to stay in the keep, business has been plentiful. Are you interested? People are actually paying those prices? Some are paying more. I made an exception for you because you are something of a celebrity right now. I'm a bard. Can we do an exchange of services? That certainly has merit. I've been looking for a good bard. So are you any good? I'll show you. Wonderful. I know you cannot perform all the time, but if you could, whenever you come in to rest, I would be happy to have you stay here. I will have the room unlocked for you. Is there anything else? Nope, that's all. Thanks. Good luck in the election. Let's see. Someone wants me to perform. So he wants me to perform. Resting up in our room. Excellent.
Good tidings to ya.
Blessed be the Lord. Maybe we get a job as guard in council. We get a job as guard in council. Okay. Just in case. Okay. Heck, it's gonna be good lore to keep. No, he's not. That's the abandoned manor. Silver Tongue Manor. Okay, so Beckett Manor. You seem like a decent sort of person. I hope you will. Thank you. Okay. we were told. You see the tan.
What is this? Another heir? Jaboli, do you think you will ever stop shedding like this?
What are you talking about, child? I take excellent care of myself. I do not shed. You do too. I find your hair in everything. It's been in the food, on my clothes, on the bedrolls, everywhere. I was brushing my hair yesterday and found one of your hairs in my hair. You are just imagining it, probably because you are jealous. And I would... Exactly do I have to be jealous about? You think I want to have hair covering my entire body? I would be shaving constantly. I don't know. I think you might look cute with whiskers. Chip had whiskers. Do you think he was cute? An intelligent point, and one I find amusement in. There are similarities between you and Trip. You both whine a lot, and neither of you is useful. So, as one could hope. I will remember that next time you need healing. Will you two stop arguing? I was only teasing her. Actually, I missed some of Trip's antics. Even though he could be a pest, at least he was funny. I miss him too. I hope he found greater happiness in the afterlife. I hope he got rid of the voices in his head. I don't think so. He's probably stolen the pearls from Mistress Death's eyes and accidentally swallowed them. Kaida grins. Can you imagine if he got to go to Sunhill Paradise? With pearly gates and streets of gold, he wouldn't know what to do. He'd ended up lugging around a ton of pavement. Jaboli stares off into nothing for a moment. I'm sorry for my harsh words, Kaida. I wish I had some nicer things to trip and say when he lived. Me too. And you don't really shed so much. I shouldn't be so picky. I'll try to be more cheerful. We should get going now. They smile tentatively at one another, then look at you. Okay. Very good. You guys ought to get that out. Now, Yena. Who the world is Yena? She's not this. Well, let's go to the temple. Because I don't know where Yena is. And that gentleman asked me to come see him. Shrine to Suli. Who's that? Shrine to Virgok. Shrine to Chun. I don't know any of these gods. I don't recognize.
Too bad these people don't spend as much time taking care of the world the gods made them as they do in this temple.
Couldn't agree with you more. I don't know who Suli is. I believe this is the gentleman we need to speak with. Yes, he's a priest of Pharaohs. Okay. Guys, come in. We're going to talk to, Dinkal... Yeah, him.
So, young Dylan claims you are a hero, but young men often make snap judgments without the benefit of the wisdom of age to guide them. Unless I am wrong, and I am rarely wrong, you are of questionable character, perhaps a bard.
And?
Being a priest of Pharos, god of war, lord of battles, and the supreme judge, I warn you not to practice your charms or roguish abilities on my people.
Oh?
When we met earlier, I was still distracted by the death of my old friend, the Banner. I would love to discuss religion with you. Or are you here about the election?
Let's talk about wisdom. Religion. I find a lot can be told about an individual by a man's faith. So which of the 9 gods do you follow? Tell me about the 9 gods. The 9 gods are the balance and the sum. Each follows a different view of life or alignment. Many break these into 3 categories: the Parthenon, good, evil, and neutrality. That is the balance, but it is a simplification, which is why we also call them the sum. Tell me about the Parthenon of good. Suili, the Great Mother, the sun shines upon us. Jace is the Father God, also known as the Divine Servant, the Moon. Tamos is the Spoiled Child, the Hermaphrodite, the Dawn and the Dusk. Okay. Tell me about another Parthenon. Which Parthenon would you like to know more about? Tell me about the Parthenon of evil. Churl is the goddess of destruction, Lady Chaos, the storm. Rictus is the god of magic, the dominator, lord of power, the mountain. Vergok is the god of darkness, patron of thieves, lord of the outcast, the shadow. Okay, want to talk about something else? Of course, tell me about the 9 gods. Okay, that is the balance. I'd like to know about the Parthenon of neutrality. Pharos is the god of judgment, lord of battle, the warrior. Mistress Death is the only god who did not spring from the eternal parents. She exists and has always existed. Kahali is the god of commerce, the wanderer, the morning star. Tell me about Mistress Death. She is one of the most powerful gods, and her true followers are known as the most powerful priest in the known world. Despite this, she has few followers. Her demands on her clergy are strict. And they lose themselves to her service. They own nothing for themselves and must follow the dictates of the church above their own interests. But everyone pays tribute to her in hopes of good treatment in the afterlife. We all pay her some lip service, but she is not loved except by a strange few, including our own Lavos. Tell me about Lavos. She is very powerful, perhaps the most powerful priest in the known lands. Despite this, she lives a very simple life, eschewing anything that does not come with her station. I would suggest you speak to her, though be wary. She seems to have taken an unnatural fascination in you. I tried to get her to tell me about it, but she does not like me very much. Tell me about your god, Pharaoh's. Pharaoh's the warrior is the just god. He knows your purpose, your worthiness, and when invoked, he judges whether your claim to victory is valid. The banner was a follower of Pharaoh's, and in his last battle, Pharaoh's decided to claim his follower and brought him into the other world. His claim to victory was just, and so we won despite our leader's death. Most of his followers are warriors, paladins, monks, and those who love justice, those who carefully deliberate, then support a just cause are his champions. Okay, I want to talk about something else. Of course. Can you tell me whom you follow? I can tell you who I follow. I shall struggle to maintain an open mind no matter who you follow, though it might go against my very nature. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well then, feel free to visit your god's shrine. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? I want to talk about the election. An important topic at the time, particularly for you. Enavid and Sir Beckett had the advantage over you. What would you like to know? What is the official stance of the Priest Guild for the vote? Right now we are voting for Enavid. That could change, but I doubt it. I would like you to vote for me. I see. That is an interesting suggestion. None of us here at the temple are willing to support you. I doubt I would be willing to change my mind. I suppose you could speak to the other priests, though. Anything else? I have questions about the keep. I love most of the people of the keep as my own children, though there are a few exceptions. What do you want to know? Where can I find equipment? Oh, actually, I know that. What do you know about the invaders? There must be something very powerful forcing them out of the deep and making them band together. Ogres certainly are too weak of mind to organize an army like that. I think it might be a mind player. Whatever it has to do, these creatures' natural warring instincts must be stopped. There are many enemies left in those caves. Now, where can I get equipment? I would suggest you speak to Raphael. He runs the temple store. There are also a number of other merchants here in the keep. Look around, I'm sure you'll find them. Alright, that's all my questions about the keep. I will answer what I can. What topic would you like to discuss? Do you sell supplies? Speak to Raphael. He runs the temple store. Anything else? No, thank you. May the gods protect and inspire you. Alright. Let's go. Just as a hint, I lied to that fool. And he seems to be a bit pompous. What god I worship is none of his business. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go. The Holy Triumvirate. Danaskal, the priest's guild master, will only change his vote if I can get the other two priests to side with me. Okay. out there. Pardon me. Are you back here? How did you do that? Well, let's see. Shrine to the Mistress of Death. Ah, there you are. There's our lady. Lavos.
I am Lavos, servant of Mistress Death.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Lavos.
Death greets you, waiting with eternal patience. You are welcome in this place, though why I do not understand.
Death greets me. I have had a vision, a glorious vision of Mistress Death, and she told me to assist you. She sent a spirit to me, and I gave the spirit the ability to bring you back from my mistress's realm. Ah, okay. So you're responsible for my weapon. That is a strange thing for Mistress Death to do, Evilar. I fear what consequences might wait in the path before us. Yeah, that could be a problem, but that's the price that we paid for this. Such wonders are rare to behold, and such requests rarer still. I can feel the presence of the spirit in your weapon. See, told ya. So do you know why my goddess favors you? Death seems to follow in my wake. Whether you worship her or not is of no matter. Death must follow you wherever you go. I guess we shall discover the reason in time. So how may I be of service? I want the priest guild to vote for me. The mysteries of death require great study. It might be that I can answer a question or two for you. Tell me about the goddess. Shrouded in her darkest gown, with the lustrous hood of royal cover, she came to me and spoke of a man of great importance who would serve her well. She even showed me your face and asked that I give some of my life force to the spirit she would send. I gave up that part of my life force, and I still feel quite weak, but I can feel my powers returning, so the goddess is still with me. Tell me more about the goddess. The mysteries of death take years to glean, and even after a lifetime of service dedicated to my mistress, I find there is more to learn than when I started. Mistress Death has always been and will always be, for where there is life, there must also be death. Tell me more about your vision. Shrouded in her darkest gown, with a lustrous hood of royal color, she came to me and spoke to me of a man of great importance who would serve her well. Ah, yes, you said this before. My apologies for asking again. And you gave right. You seem quite powerful. Why aren't you the guild master? What interest have I in politics or worldly affairs? My time is better spent in researching the mysteries of death and guarding over my secret duties as a servant of the mistress. If my mistress ever decided I should have more influence, then I would do what I had to do. I doubt I shall be called to such a task, though. People take more comfort from a leader like Tennisgal. I have other concerns. What might your other concerns be? And I have other questions for you. The mysteries of death require great study. It might be that I can answer a question or two for you. And I have other concerns? I guess not. Farewell for now. We shall see each other again, whether in this world or the next, who can say? Seems as though I found my patron. Let's pray to her. This is the shrine to Mistress Death. Intricate carvings depict 1,000 different ways to die. Most of them quite gruesome. Let's pray at the shrine. Let's donate 10 gold. Though Mistress Death surely appreciates the donation, you are not a follower, so you see no extra blessing. No. Let's meditate on death. You spend some time thinking about your many brushes with death, and at it gives you chills. You'll have fierce joy at still being alive. Let's walk away. Okay. I've prayed here, Lavos. Why does not the mistress acknowledge me?
I see you have returned. What can I do for you?
I have other questions for you. The mysteries of death require great study. It might be that I can answer a question or two for you. I guess nothing for now. We shall see each other again, whether in this world or the next, who can say. Okay, well, let's go, guys. Raphael.
Well met.
An arrogant elf or half-elf stands running a coin through his fingers, then flipping in the air and catching it as it spins.
147.
147 what? This coin has the face of an ancient emperor on one side and a fig leaf on the other. I have tossed it in the air 147 times, and each time it has landed face up. But enough of that. How can Raphael, son of Gildafa and follower of Kaladai, assist you today? Perhaps you are here to visit the wonders of faith that I sell for a mere fraction of their costs. Who's Gildafa besides your father? Gildafa was my father and a hero of the elven people. My mother was a human, but I was raised by the elves. If my father had not been such a hero, I might have been shunned. But my mixed heritage was overlooked. Such a lucky person I was. Quite naturally, I worship Kalahi, god of merchants and luck. As a priest, I have access to the wonders of faith at the best price. Who's Kalahi? Callahee is the god of the coin, patron of merchants, purveyor of luck, and father of the wealthiest priesthood in all the lands. As his priest, I sow wonders of faith for a reasonable profit and help care for the temple's wealth. What are the wonders of faith? Yes, I sell only the finest religious artifacts, potions, and other assorted items. And all at the best prices you can find. Would you care to purchase something? Not yet. I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Keep in mind that time is money. I do hope you will spend lots of coin at my shop when I have provided you with all the answers you need. I've got questions for you. What would you like to know? How can I get the priest guild to vote for me? There's only one thing that I and my god truly care about, and that is gold. Sir Beckett has paid me 1,000 gold to try to change the priest guild vote. Unfortunately, the others have not been swayed. If you could persuade Lavos to vote for you, and if you pay me 2,000 gold, I will add my voice to yours, and we shall see what music we can make together. Is there any other way I can convince you? As I said, there's nothing else we care for. Find the requisite amount of gold and convince Lava to support you, and the vote is yours. That's simple, eh? Let me see here. Let me see here. So you say even Callahee would not charge so much. I think you would be surprised, but if you're rather convincing, I will lower it to 1,700 gold. That's all. I don't have that much. If you cannot afford the price, then you are undeserving of my support. One who could afford my price would show that he had the favor of my god. Okay. Let me see some of your merchandise. I have 5 gold pieces to my name. But I do have things to sell. Okay. Short sword. Great axe. Absolutely not. Okay. She has a club. She has a dagger. Put to strike. I can't afford that. Let's see here. He has the weapons I gave him. Let's see how much potions are. Cure moderate wounds, 41 gold pieces. Cure serious wounds. Cure light wounds. Well, I get 2 of these. And trust the luck itself. 2 of these. And there you have it. Okay, you got me. Goodbye. Okay. Potion. Sorry, I didn't have enough. Get you guys any armor. Okay, well, we've been there. Well, to tell you the truth, we need to come up with a strategy. Okay, so cure. I have days. Let me go to my spell book. No. Let's go to my spell book. Yes, let me go to my spell book. Summon creature. Stealth. Detect. Okay, sleep. Cure. Put this. Okay, no, we have that there. That flare there, actually. And I believe we have. Okay, let's go. Anything over here? Oh. He's taking slaves for various reasons. Let's go to the keep. Let's check our journal again. Exchange for a large sum of gold. This could be quite expensive. Additional, the priest guild will only change vote if I can get the other 2 priests to vote with me. See, 2 of my companions brilliant. Now in the election, I will need to speak to the other various guild masters to see if I can convince enough of them to vote for me. Okay. Elias's aunt Sarah is the landowner. Guildmaster cave on our property has been overrun by goblins. Asked to destroy them and bring back the chieftain's head. Okay. The invaders might be taking slaves for nefarious purposes. Look at the map. South Key? The Key proper. Oh, let's go here. Alias said that she would be out here by the fountain. I don't see her out here. That's the guard. I like that the Lord of the Keep might be a real hero. Yes. I am a real hero. Let's see what's over here. Nothing. It's the back of the keep. But to be just a part of the keep. Okay, so let's go in the keep. Maybe Alias is in here. Alright. I believe we can put away our weapon. While here. Okay, let's see who's here.
So this is the place where justice could rule. I could get used to this.
Okay. Old man shuffles to you with a gleam in his eye. And do you think you belong in a castle on this day? Do you have business with the guilds? I'm Evilar, and I'm in the election for as the new Lord of the Keep. I guess I've heard of you. If you have any questions about the Keep, figure it out yourself. If you're too dick to figure out something else, I'm the castellan, so I'll answer. What do? I make sure everything in the Keep runs smoothly, from the cast servants to the guild master, all fall within my responsibility. When there's a guild vote, I tally the votes. When a servant retires, I hire a new one. Psst, are you open to bribes? I'll forget you said that. Excuse me? No, seriously, my mind isn't what it used to be. I will forget what you said anything. There's no point in bribing me. When it comes time for the vote, I won't remember what I was supposed to do. All I do is count the votes. You can give me all the gold you like. Won't do you a lick of good. Can you call the election? Well now, the guilds can huff and puff and delay all they want, but when it comes right down to it, I suppose I can call whenever I darn well please, can't I? Only thing I can't do is stop it once I've started. None of those recount shenanigans, remember, understand. If you lose, you lose. No sense in crying over it. So what do you say? Would you like me to call it? No. Better not. All it's saying to me. Now, was there something else you wanted? I honestly can't remember. What's upstairs in the guild hall? Room, I suspect. Unless someone went and knocked out all the walls. Maybe you should go and check. Take a mop and bucket with you and clean the floors while you're at it. Do I look like a clean up woman? It's your own self up there. Got some more other questions. I know I look like the muscle-bound adventure type, but looks can be deceiving. Yeah, I actually spend most of my nights locked up here in the house putting to work. So you'll just have to excuse me if I can't tell you who has the best prices on ladies' undergarments or where the tastiest ale, sir. I haven't had a pint of ale in 22 years. Yeah, right. What do you think about this election? What do I care? Everyone thinks this damn election is so important, but I tell you, life goes on. You think you're all fired up important one minute, then whack, Mistress Death knocks your skull in. What have you got to show for all your years of effort and toil? Bad back, poor I say, and a gory the size of your mace head. So you can keep your elections. Stuff it up your shirt. You've been a marvelous help. Bye. About time. You got nothing to do but stand there, idiot. Okay, I don't smack the snot out of you. Oh. Lady Enevid.
I welcome you back in the name of Jace, the Father God. Can I help you with anything?
Ah, okay. I've got a few questions for you. I'm really quite busy. Right, you look really busy. So what's your story? When Lord Sir Beckett belittled me, you were kind. I suppose you might not be asking about... Of course not. Very well, what would you like to know? Have you always lived here? My entire life has been in this keep. My parents were adventurers who came here a long time ago. They were both killed while exploring some of the deeper caves, I see. Okay. I, like so many others in this land, was raised an orphan. The woman who raised me was a servant in the keep, her husband a groom. It's been a good life, and I have a few complaints. There are days I have dreamed of living a more adventurous life, but there is security here in the keep. Why did you become a paladin? When I was 13 years old, I had a friend named Jimmy. The two of us were very close, and we would often get into trouble. Being poor, we would steal the things we wanted, such as sweets, ale, and sometimes weapons from the smith. Usually we got away with our petty crimes. One day, we decided to break into the house of a nobleman. We thought we could hardly miss a few trinkets with all that he owned. We were wrong. I hate getting caught. I just wish we would have been caught by someone else. Someone with a sense of mercy. The noble decided to administer justice himself. So he had one of his guards chop off Jimmy's hand. I was supposed to be next, except that at the last minute, Jimmy moved and swordsman overreacted. Instead of removing his hand, the guard almost removed Jimmy's head. It was... I can't even talk about it. The noble was caught unprepared and was covered in the spray of Jimmy's blood. He had his guards take Jimmy's body to the banner. What did the banner do? Guards told the banner that we had broken into the house, but when caught, Jimmy had pulled a weapon and threatened them with it. It was a lie, but no one would take the word of a 13-year-old thief over a rich and powerful noble. From then on, I decided to pursue justice. I do not allow evil to go unpunished, but I make sure that I investigate every case as best I can. That is how I became a paladin. Are you married? No, I have no interest in love. I have seen and heard what comes to those who love. I fear that something bad might happen and I would end up serving justice on the one I loved. Such a thing could drive even a paladin to do horrible things, I know. My good friend and Lady Arabeth did the same thing. And I hate Lord Nasher for it. You don't know him, but he's the Lord of Neverwinter. But that doesn't matter. I have such a busy life, I would have no time to devote to a husband anyway. Was there anything else? That's all I wanted. Did you have any questions? Nope. Okay. Tell me about this keep. You've been provided with a guide, Evilar. I suggest you ask her if you want that kind of information. That's all. Farewell. Yes, farewell, and may Jace guide you past. I don't think he's going to be guiding my path. Good seeing you again, Innovid. I have nothing personal against you. You seem to be a good woman, even though we are on opposite sides of what's good and evil. Okay.
Jaboli, do you think you will ever find love? Not that I'm saying you're difficult to love, but what would you look for in a life mate?
Hello? I do not consider myself with things like that. If I did find love someday, then I suppose I shall be happy. But until then, I will live joyfully without such worries. But that seems so sad. A life without love? It just seems so empty. I hope you are not going to suddenly burst into song here. I tire of the idea that life must be filled with romance or be horribly dull. But you are beautiful. There must be some who would find you attractive. I'm sure if you tried. You are not listening to me, Khaleda. It's not that I have not had any opportunities. It is that I am not interested. Well, you don't have to yell at me. I was just wondering and trying to show an interest in your life. You're just trying to stick your nose in something that does not concern you. I would thank you to mind your business. I will then see if I ever send a handsome man your way again. Send a... as if I would be interested in your cast-offs. Please. If he was interested in you, don't do me any favors. He would obviously have seriously impaired judgment. How dare you? Why I ought to... You have neither the brains to challenge me, nor the power. What are you going to do? Deflect my magic with your impressive bosom? I'm a lot tougher than you give me credit for. Wait, do you really think my bosom is impressive? Are you kidding? No, I can't see that. You are... I think we've exhausted the possibilities of this conversation. Okay? Alright, ladies. That was very enlightening. The real reason I'm asking Lady Enavid about the keep is because I can't find Alias. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be wandering this place like this. Large mirror. Look deep into the mirror. It almost seems as if you see an entirely different room on the other side. Oh no! The mirror to Aristide. No! I digress. You think you can step through? No, I'm gonna step away from the mirror. That would be very foolish. I do not know where I'm going if I step through that mirror. I'm going to be wise like my friend Jubilee. Plus I am one. Now what is this? What do we have here? I don't think I want to step on that. That appears to be some sort of magical... Look at the bear rug. Wow. Authentic bear. And a bird cage. Pardon me. Excuse me, lady. Just taking a look at the keep. Okay. Let's go here. I believe Farron Fairhand? Who is that? Farron, who are you?
Greetings. My name is Farron. I have heard good things about you from Dylan.
Oh. Powerfully built elf extends his hand to take yours. Stern look etched into his face.
It is unfortunate that you have chosen to run against Enevid, but with the masked man's attacks, she is the leader the keep needs. So, how can the military guild be of assistance?
Ah, you are the leader of the military guild. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Indeed. Can the military offer me any aid to attack the invaders? Damn, I would love to go out against the masked man's remaining forces. But it is the position of the guild that we need to stay here to defend. So I've heard. Truth is, we are stretched too thin as is. I understand. That's what I believed as well. Our military has never fully recovered from the loss of our army 5 years ago. Can you tell me fully what happened to the army? The Lord of the Keep took his army off to war and never came back. No one knows what happened. But gods know we tried to find them. Okay. I've never heard anything like it. Sounds as though they were teleported, to tell you the truth. Even Yenna, our maid, has never been able to trace where they went. A lot of my friends were with that army. I was left behind with a few others to guard the castle, should any minor problems arise. I can still see them marching off to war. Though it be in my dreams now, nothing more. Why didn't somebody build the army back up? We tried, but our resources were scarce, with little gold and so few trainable men or women left behind. We sent for help from the south, but only a few ever responded. Let's see. Many of the ones who did come were of poor character, but we accepted them all. Now with this new battle upon us, I fear that it will not be enough. If you can take this battle to the masked man's forces rather than waiting for them to return to us, you will certainly have my eternal respect and gratitude. It's no help then. If you do somehow become the Lord of the Keep, then you can choose to use some of the army however you want. Short of that, I fear there is no help, where we have nothing left to give. Okay. Talk about something else. What would you like to speak of? Got some more questions for you. I shall answer and try to answer any questions you have, but I'm very busy, so I apologize for any abruptness in my answers. No trouble at all. I have some questions about the keep itself. I do not think I would have much to offer that you could not get from someone with less pressing matters to attend to, but I asked quickly. Okay, I see. What do you know specifically about the masked man's forces? The masked man has a sharper mind at work than any of us had realized yet. His forces are a motley crew, and it takes quite the leader to hold them together. I hope he is dead as they claim, for were not for my timely intervention, or I should say your timely intervention, that last attack might have succeeded. With or without their leader, I'm sure they'll be back. I'm not sure if we can turn back a second time. That's all my questions about the keep. I want to ask you about the election. Short and simple. Enevid is the only candidate. You seem good enough, but Enevid has worked for years defending these people. No one else commands such respect. Tell me what you think and know about Enevid. She holds an unswerving, undying loyalty to duty. She will be a good leader. There isn't really much else I can tell you about her. Tell me about this Sir Bankian. I have as much respect for that coward as I do for the foul-smelling substance I stepped in at the stable yesterday. There are those who aren't good leaders, and there are those who are. Sir Beck is far below that. He couldn't lead a horde to bed if she didn't show him the way, which plenty have, or so I've heard. The man is without honor and the complete opposite of Enevid. Would you consider changing your vote? Not for all the gold in the world. That's not what I meant. I cannot think of a single thing that could convince me. Even if someone held a sword to my throat, I would vote for Enevid as they lopped off my head. That is a noble sentiment. I love to toast such passion. I would join you in such a toast. Perhaps if you come to the Mosey tree tonight, you'll find me there. And we'll talk about something else. And that's all I have to say. Goodbye. You should come by the Mosey tree one of these evenings for a drink. I shall. Oh, okay. Lover, not a fighter. What? Oh, no. I met the leader of the military guild, an elf called Farron. The military guild will support Enevid, naturally. He seems to be friendly enough to invite me to join him for a drink at the mossy tree one of these nights. I think he's gay. And I am no such persuasion, no person. But we will go and see if he has anything else besides that type of offer. So I will need his vote. I don't know if Evilar will. No, Evilar would never consent to that. I mean, no. Okay, well. Ah, that's who we're looking for, the Stan. He has an archaeologist. He's helping. Stan. The large half-orc stands laughing with a couple of friends. As you approach, he turns and smiles cheerfully.
Looks like another young scallywag has come to test their mettle on a challenging quest from the Stan.
Excuse me? What? The Stan? Yeah, I thought your name would sound peculiar. The Stan. You haven't heard of the Stan? Well, the Stan is insulted. What a grievous wound indeed. But the Stan is strong and resilient. The Stan can take the insults of low-minded individuals and ignore them as the sting of a wasp. Bee sting, wasp bite. Are you a wasp? No, the Stan does not think so. Do not presume to know more than the Stan, for that would be true folly. Are you looking for adventure, or are you here about the election? I want to ask you about the election. The Stan is the foremost authority for the Trades Guild. The Stan has keen understanding of the three contenders. What would you ask of him? What do you think of Enovid? Having a strong leader who knows how to enforce the law is important for the trades. If people fear for their lives or their wealth, then their employment suffers. Enovid is the epitome of law. The Stan knows more. There are problems she will encounter, but she could learn to adapt. What do you think of Sir Beckett? The Stan tries not to spend a great deal of time thinking of such a base person, but there are times when he preys on the mind. Sir Beckett hires some of the Stan's tradesmen to furbish his mansion. Sir Beckett took over a year to pay his debts off. This filled the Stan with great anger. The next time Sir Beckett has to have something fixed, the Stan will not be supplying him with labor. How can I get the guild to vote for me? If the Stan is pleased with the work you do for him, the Stan would know you are serious about the trade of an adventurer. Only one job must be completed, although the Stan would be pleased if all were accomplished. Let's talk about these adventurers. The Stan has 3 jobs at present. Dwarves, cows, are archaeologists. Assisting the archaeologists is my most important job, though all need to be done. Tell me about the archaeologists. And why is it so important? There are some who say that this keep was built on the ruins of another keep, and that the old dark magic of an ancient empire yet lives on in these old stones. The most noted scholar in the North, Ohio... No way! Are you talking about Ohio from Newfoundland? I have a good friend that knows him. Okay, anyway, yeah, continue. Ohio Smith, as I was saying, has found an old ruin not far from here. But the place is infested with undead. If the stories are true, then the very fate of this keep might be contained within that ruin. Help the archaeologist, and 1,000 gold is yours. It is a princely sum, but a most dangerous and important task. Alias can lead you to him. Alright, tell me about these dwarves. Imagine an adventure in the deepest, darkest mines, where foul, evil Duergars have wrested control from their fair folk. Where brutal, cunning traps and vicious, challenging fights await you. This is one of the grand adventures the Stan has to offer you. A twisted and powerful mage leads the Duergar, and the dwarves would have you kill him, that they might drive their evil cousins from their home. The pay is 500 gold, But there is a magic weapon in it for you if you also kill the other Duergar leaders. The mage is the main target, but you're welcome to do it all. What do you say? Okay, tell me about the cows. These most foul yet clever lizardkin, the kobolds, are supplying the masked man's army with food gathered from the poor peasants and landowners in the area. The farmers have come to ask that someone go and free their cows from the clutches of the cunning kobolds, and they offer 500 gold in return. The monsters have also stolen stores of grain, so you might be able to get the cows to follow you by using it. Alias can show you where the cave is. Well, I've been told that I need to help this archaeologist, but I personally don't think we can take on the undead at this time. You know, I'll tell you what. We will go investigate the archaeologist, see how difficult it is. There's some who say this keep was built on the ruins of another keep. Right. Ohio. Okay, I've chosen a quest. Good. Which of the Stand's fine adventures would you care to enjoy? I'll save the cows. I might die. I've been told to do this one. I'll escort the escort. Go speak to Alias as soon as you're ready to go. Till death do his part. Stan wishes you safe journeys. Oh man, that doesn't sound good. Till death do us part. The Stan's most important quest is to lead the archaeologist safely into a crypt full of undead. The archaeologist is waiting outside the crypt.
Did you call? Is there something I can do for you, friend?
I want to change your tactics. What can I do to better please you? Okay. Yes, please. I just like rushing the attack anyway. Well, most of the time. What can I do to better please you? It's a very leading question. Okay. That's it. Oh boy. Well, we've been told. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm Erik Malkavian, and this has been Neverwinter Nights 1 Kingmaker. I'll be back shortly. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.